The Inkey List new cleanser, the Hydrating Cream to Milk cleanser, says it's approved by the Eczema Association on the website. But what does that even mean? And should you care even if you don't suffer from eczema? Let's take a closer look at the Inkey List's newest cleansing edition aimed at sensitive skin. If you're new, you're welcome. I'm Dr. Anne, a medical doctor here to teach you how to best take care of your skin and general well-being. The Inkey List will tell you this is a cream to milk cleanser designed to remove impurities, pollution, makeup, everything you have on your face, and that it is part of the Inkey way to double cleanse. Apparently it leaves the skin hydrated without feeling stripped and is accepted by the National Eczema Association, which makes it an ideal solution for sensitive skin. But what is the National Eczema Association? It is a non-profit organization that aims to improve research and the knowledge base for people suffering from eczema and for people dealing with people suffering from eczema, like caregivers, medical professionals, everyone, because eczema is a complex skin condition that needs a multi-level approach, and they quite rightly say that there's quite a lot we don't know yet, and they want to improve the body of research so that they can give targeted recommendations both to those suffering from eczema and to those treating them, because quite often eczema manifests in early childhood, so you need the caregivers, the pediatrician, everyone to be informed about the best way of treating it. They also have a scientific board that checks skincare products to see if they have commonly known triggers or things that you should avoid if you're suffering from eczema, and then they give this accepted by the National Eczema Association label to those that meet their criteria. That's not as rare as it sounds. It's like around 112 cleansers that's on the website currently, and among them is, other than the Inkey List cleansers, quite a few others that you have surely heard of, from The Ordinary, CeraVe, La Roche-Posay, Bioma, just to name a few. I will leave a link in the description box so you can check out the website if you're interested in which products are listed on the website. Quick note on the packaging: the pump works quite well. It is one of those that you can open and close, which makes it great for traveling. You know I'm a fan of the sleek black and white basic packaging from the Inkey List, and this one is stable in standing on your bathroom counter, doesn't flip over like some others do. As you would expect by a cream to milk cleanser, it looks just like a cream when it comes out of the tube. It is slightly off-white, creamy in texture before you apply to your skin, and it is unscented, which doesn't mean it has no scent, but it has this faint, I don't know, plasticky scent that many unscented products seem to have. It's like the ingredient's own scent that isn't masked by any masking fragrance. It is very subtle, so shouldn't be bothersome. According to the website, you massage it onto dry skin, then wet your hands with water, emulsify it while keeping on massaging until it turns into a milk, and then rinse it off. That works quite well, but I admit I'm not the biggest fan of the texture it turns into once you emulsify it. It gets kind of, not milky, but a little slimy. It's not a big deal, you can totally use it, but it's just not my preferred texture. It doesn't leave the skin stripped, but not overly hydrating. I didn't use it and then feel like I don't need anything to follow up, but like many other hydrating cleansers, it has this kind of protective feel that it leaves on the skin. I've heard some people say it leaves a film on their skin, and I think that's just if you're used to gel cleansers or foaming cleansers that really rinse perfectly clean, you might feel this way with that cleanser too, because the hydration it leaves on the skin, this can feel like an extra layer. You wouldn't really need to, but I personally prefer removing it with a washcloth, just because I feel it's more thorough that way. Sadly, despite the claim that it removes makeup and impurities, I don't find it to be the most thorough in that regard. If I wear my regular face of makeup, the liner I'm wearing at the moment is waterproof, the mascara is just a regular one, it only gets rid of like half of the liner maybe, and leaves enough mascara on my lashes that I wake up the next morning with panda eyes and smudges all over my face. On top of that, it did sting my eyes sometimes. My eyes can get a little irritated. I wear contacts and I stare at the computer screen more hours than I care to admit. And if that was the case, it didn't feel right around the eyes. The website will advise you to stay clear of the eyes. I don't think it's dangerous for use around the eyes, but I don't think it is meant to remove eye makeup, just the regular face makeup, which is why I don't usually use it as a first step. And when you look at the Inkey way to double cleanse, it is actually listed as second cleanser after using the Inkey List Oat Cleansing Balm as first cleanse to really remove every trace of makeup and then go in with the second cleanse afterwards. And I think for that it works really fine, so either for that or as morning cleanse is how I prefer to use it. Looking at the ingredients, you have glycerin as humectant, which is a very good humectant, but probably not the most effective in a wash-off product. And you also have betaine made from sugar beet, which pulls in water as well. Same here, it gets washed off, so I'm not sure how much hydrating effect it will have on the skin. Then there's shea butter, which has emollient properties, some rice bran oil, which is also good for this protective layer, and inulin. Inulin is said to be food for the good skin bacteria, so promoting a healthy skin microbiome. If you've seen my videos on the skin microbiome, you know that there is no definition of what a good skin microbiome is, so I can't say for sure if inulin is helpful, but it is a so-called probiotic. All in all, not a very exciting ingredient list, and from what I can read from the ingredient list, which is only a small part of the picture, and how it behaves, it's like exactly what I expected. It's not the most thorough cleanser, but for that it's not stripping, so there's the trade-off. It is a little hydrating, but not overly so. You can't use it to replace your moisturizer. And yeah, basically it's a nice product. To sum it up, the Inkey List Hydrating Cream to Milk Cleanser is a really nice cleanser, but not mind-blowing. It is great for those that have more irritated or sensitive skin, basically those of us that are more mature and use actives, or those that are simply born that way and want a gentle cleanse. It isn't mind-blowing hydrating, it isn't the most thorough cleanse, so it's probably not the best for those that wear either heavy makeup and want to be done in one cleanse, or that have really oily skin. I don't think that they will like the texture, but for everyone else, perfectly fine. And if you suffer from eczema, you won't be able to cure it just by using this cleanser, but it is apparently one that might work well for you. For me, I really like it, but I don't love it, so I think it's just one of these cleansers that I will happily keep on using until they are gone and then forget about them. If you have tried this cleanser, please tell me how you feel about it in the comments below. And if you like this video, you will be interested in all the Inkey List reviews I have that I will link on the screen here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the description box for everything else I have to offer.